Welcome to Wonderland Weekly, hosted by Toronto Ty. Now sit back and have a wonderful week.
Hey everyone, Toronto Ty back here once again at Canada's Wonderland for another wonderful day. I am planning to get on quite a few rides because it seems like it's going to be a quiet day. It is a Friday. I happened to get the day off work, so what better way to spend that day off than here at the most wonderful place on the planet, Canada's Wonderland. And yes, there are new things this week to point out, as always. Right up here on the front gate building, the Fun Pics photo shop. Yeah, these signs here are new. They have more of a wood look. That is fantastic. It works really, really well with the new style of this front gate building. Also, Wonderland store. I know I really complained. I complained quite a bit about about the look of it, and I will say, minor improvement here. There are no more screw holes anymore. I don't quite know how they managed that. Maybe they put up brand new letters. But either way, fantastic little improvement there, and that's the sort of detail that I really geek out on. Also, this sign pointing toward the washrooms, this wayfinding sign, it is actually themed to match this, the new front gate building. Wonderful. I hope that the rest of the wayfinding signs that we have seen pop up this year throughout the park, I hope those all also get a little bit of theming, just like this, just a little bit. It still works as pointing out directions, but it's a lot more subtle and actually feels more like a themed environment this way. So thank you to Wonderland for making those minor improvements up here, which mean a lot. Quick update from around Arthur's Bay. The crow's nest dive structure, obviously it is still gone. I feel like they have cleaned up this platform a little bit since last week. They definitely seem to have painted this box at the back. I don't know why they painted it red, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Viking's Rage is still not ready yet, but yeah, really looking forward to getting a ride on it with its new electric system instead of the hydraulic one. Also, the VIP lounge for Prestige Pass holders. Yeah, it is coming along. The building, they have done a fantastic job of blending the new structure with the existing one, and I think they are not done yet, because, yeah, they are doing some of this detailing here, and it is looking very, very good, very consistent, and they are currently working on it. So, yeah, I think that will be ready very soon. I don't want to say next weekend, because who knows, there's probably a lot of stuff that we can't see that still needs to be done, but it is getting very close, so that is very, very nice. Heading into Planet Snoopy, and oh yes, oh my goodness, I love it. The cherry blossoms are in bloom. They look just absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I mean, is there a better entrance to a kids park anywhere in the world? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. It is just, oh, it's so beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, yep. Yep. Hello, Charlie, Sally, Lucy. How are you three doing today? Awesome. So great to see you three. Oh, can I get a hug? Yeah? Awesome. Okay, here. We'll start with Charlie. Thank you. Great to see you three. All right, awesome. All right, bye. Absolutely love Snoopy's Racing Railway. I think it's such a great addition to the park. Just wonderful. Snoopy's Racing Railway, really, it uses the land so well, and I love seeing these trees that are here. And of course seeing Coaster Coaster, that's always nice. Bit of a strange move here in Frontier Canada, right across from Canyon Trader and right next to Yukon Striker's final inversion where the Chuck Wagon used to be. Yeah, there is a new bar. I know it was indicated on the park map that there would be a bar here, but yeah, still seems very strange that they would add one here, especially since they have Caribou Crossing right there, which is also a bar. But yeah, and I'm also not sure if this is the final product or not, but yep, new bar, it's here. Decided to try out the honey garlic tossed fried chicken here from Roadside Chicken in Frontier Canada. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I mean, hey, I like the view. Just finished up my meal, and yeah, it is a very messy meal, so do make sure that there is a table available. That is my number one piece of advice. And obviously, in this part of the park, there aren't actually a ton of tables, but hopefully you can find somewhere to sit down and eat this. The chicken itself is very good, very juicy, so that is good. The fries, you know, just being buried under the chicken. I hope you like whichever sauce you got to cover the chicken, because it will be on the fries as well, and even on the couple of pickle chips, which are pickle coins, which I honestly didn't even see at first. but yeah, they give you a couple of those, which is very, very nice. But yeah, they were completely honey garlicked. Yeah, overall, this meal, not too bad, but not one I'm going to be racing back to get again. In line for Mindbuster, and I feel like there is definitely a tree missing. I can't tell if it's that stump or that one. I think it's that one, because that one looks much fresher. But either way, boo! As I do on many rides around the park, I was paying attention to construction while I was on the mighty Canadian Mindbuster, and right back there, the other side of the helix for Mindbuster, then it seemed like they were that they had a footprint laid out for, I'm guessing, for a new pump room. Yeah, I feel like this is, yeah, Moosehorn Falls, it'll be here eventually, but I really don't know when. Just got off my first ride of the season on Behemoth. That was a ton of fun. Yeah, really great to get back on that. But I was a little distracted trying to check out the progress on Moosehorn Falls, and I can see it through the trees here, but I know that it is a bit difficult. Yeah, basically they have the support structure for the vertical wall. They have that in place, but everything else, yeah, they've got footings, they've got a lot of work left to do. Cherry blossom appreciation moment. In no way does this make up for the loss of the trees around Swing of the Century, but it is pretty nice being able to see so many cherry blossom trees all from this perspective. Absolutely beautiful with the cherry blossoms out here around Antique Carousel. Oh, just absolutely wonderful. Just taking in the cherry blossoms all around Antique Carousel. They have, yeah, I'm seeing petals fall, so they are, yeah, they won't be here next weekend. Absolutely beautiful here in Grand World Exposition of 1890 with the cherry blossoms. I can't get over cherry blossoms, and I know that nobody can. It is literally such a huge thing in High Park, in Toronto, and yeah, it's just wonderful that the park has so many of them scattered around the park. Just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love, love, love the cherry blossoms. Over here at Grand World Eatery, here in the Grand World Exposition of 1890, I mentioned last week how much I love the logo, and I really do. I think that it is just so absolutely perfect. But you know, I was talking about the color choices that the park made. You can get a little bit of a look inside because they have actually taken down the all the window coverings here, so you can look just a little bit. And the color choices out here, that certainly that goldish shade, that continues in there, and I think that is a perfect fit for Grand World Exposition. And speaking of World Expo, right here, the sign out front says featuring cuisine from around the world, exotic flavors, tantalizing taste, mouth-watering delights. Absolutely love this. Everything about it is so perfectly World Expo. It is wonderful. Partly because of the color choices. You know, you do have that gold-ish shade, as well as the Verdigris. You know, that oxidized copper sort of tealish look. And last week I was disappointed it wasn't included anywhere, but now both patios, the patios on either side, have been painted into that shade. That is wonderful. It looks just fantastic and really completes the look here, in my opinion. I think that is great. And they are also painting the fences and all the chairs and support pieces for the tables out front. Those have all been painted black, so that is wonderful. They have not finished with the fencing, but I'm sure that will be done. So this is just overall, love it. This look is really coming together, and I think that the park has just done a fantastic job with this location. I am so looking forward to actually getting inside and exploring it that way, and enjoying some of the amazing food that the park has to offer this year. At the former site of Xtreme Skyflyer, there's actually a little bit of activity here this week. There is a vehicle on the plot of land here, and also it looks like they have set up you know, just a little bit of a barrier over here. I don't think that was there before. It could have been, but yeah, just blocking off the area from where the employee cafeteria is and this construction site. So yeah, very curious. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I'm definitely going to keep watching to find out. Last week, I was very happy to report that the Guardian lockers had been removed from the structure here, including all the signage on the walls and everything like that. Very exciting. And this week, the structure has lost a wall. That is excellent. I hope this means that the park will be taking out this structure and replacing it with some trees and bushes, because I think that a return of trees and bushes around here would be just absolutely perfect. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Perhaps the park is just restructuring this structure. Very interesting. Just outside of the cave entrance for Guardian's Queue, they have taken out the shade structure, the small shade structure that was here. So that is, yeah, very curious. But also, there is no greeter at the entrance of the line anymore, which totally makes sense since, yeah, they don't need to tell people that you can't bring bags on. As the ride is experiencing a temporary delay, it can take a little bit of time just to show off that, yeah, that is the new bin system. Really clever system with double-sided bins so that you can get your stuff out of the opposite side of the way that you put it into the bin. Really fun. And also, yes, I do believe there is the transfer track over there, but it is pretty much impossible to see because it is dark in here, and the park did install a new wall right there, which I believe is intended to hide the service area there. I just got off of Wonder Mountain's Guardian, and I am the 4th best player of the day, so that's kind of fun. And yeah, the ride itself, really fun. I mean, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that is totally fine. But yeah, I do really enjoy it. it does, I was able to see at the end of the ride that it does indeed have a new storage area, yeah, on the 30-foot level. Very, very clever, very well done. Glad that this ride is getting improvements. And the bin system is, of course, another one of those improvements, which means that the lockers are no more, which is, I mean, fantastic. I love that Canada's Wonderland is a park that would rather install a fancy bin system than continue to use a locker system that was already in place. It is wonderful. Once again, just appreciating cherry blossoms here at the park. This time, yeah, right here on the edge of International Showplace. That is fantastic. Outside of Wonder Mountain's Guardian, it is time for another edition of Tree Talk with Toronto Ty. Yes, and so for this week's Tree Talk, well, many of you should have seen last week's video, so you know that there were some trees around International Showplace which had orange ribbons around them, and I was wondering if, well, I thought they were probably being marked for removal, and yeah, they are now gone, which is sad. Always sad when trees are removed, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens with this space over the coming weeks, months, and even years. So yeah, stay tuned. Over here at Lazy Bear Lodge in the shadow of Yukon Striker, because it is just wonderful and dominates the Frontier Canada skyline. But yes, I got the beef brisket, which is, you know, a classic, of course. And this year then they have these little rolls, which are good. I believe it is a garlic roll, so that is very nice. And I believe they called these toonie fried Cajun potatoes. Very tasty, a little bit of spice to them, but yeah, just overall, very good meal here. Yeah, I'm very satisfied. Quick update from probably my favorite spot in the park, just in terms of the views. And yeah, there is actually water running in the stream, running under Vortex's lift hill now. So that is good. That, you know, could mean that my wild theory from last week about French drain system could mean that theory was just complete nonsense, or it could mean that the park has finished repairs and upgrades on whatever French drain system they were working on. But there is also, right in the bushes here, there is an orange flag. I can't tell if it is actually tied on to something here, or if maybe it came from somewhere else, but that is interesting and a little alarming. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with everything around around Wonder Mountain. Just taking a peek inside Wonder Mountain's basement, thanks to this one missing board in the new gate here, and yeah, I mean, it looks pretty much the same, all cleared out down there. I thought that was a 4, but I think it's actually just maybe the lighting from, you know, bouncing off some of the support structure in there. Maybe it is a 4, I don't know. But yeah, there is your quick little update from here under Vortex's lift hill. little bitty goslings. Just got a ride on the Fly, which I don't do very often, but I thought maybe it would give me a good look at the site here, right next to it. That is all behind fences, and it did, but really not many changes that I could see from last week. Yeah, I mean, there's an orange stake in the ground there. That's about it. I don't remember that being there before, but yeah, I'm not seeing any activity here. Really not sure exactly what's happening, but yeah, time will tell. Over here at Tiny Tom Donuts, there is a small update, which is that, yeah, looks like some of the machines have been unwrapped. They've started prepping everything around here. So yeah, I feel like this should be able to open by at least next week at the latest. I feel like that's a decent prediction, and there are your prices for this year. The mystery of the structure next to Thunder Run is now over. It is a cash-to-card kiosk, which makes sense because the former Alpin cash-to-card kiosk was, well, it was in the building that got demolished. So that totally makes sense. They would have to relocate it, and why not here? Final update for this week, right by Thunder Run's final turn, is the stream here. As you can tell, it looks much different than it did last week. So make of that what you will, but definitely different. First funnel cake of the season. I'm surprised it took me this long. A bunch of Squishmallows and the probably more affordable little buddies here. I am almost certainly going to get all three because they are adorable, and it comes with a lollipop, so that is really fun. But also, yep, that's another temporary setup. At least, again, I really hope that that is temporary, because it does not, doesn't look great. Well, that'll about do it for this week here at Canada's Wonderland. So before I get kicked out of the park, because it is closed, before that happens, let's do a quick recap. Grand World Eatery, painting is happening. That is excellent. No progress over in Medieval Fair. Moosehorn Falls, yeah, progress, but still a long ways off. And I got on so many rides. I am honestly shocked at how many rides I got on because I don't normally do that, but also because the cherry blossoms, I really enjoyed checking out so many different spots in the park where the cherry blossoms were in bloom. So that was excellent, and yeah, just overall had a wonderful day, and looking forward to next weekend. I believe it is, next weekend is fireworks, so looking forward to that for sure. Make sure that you do subscribe to see all the new changes that are happening week after week, and until next time, as always, have a good one! If you like this video, you can now buy me a hot chocolate at buymeacoffee.com. I also love hearing your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment. Thanks so much for your continued support, and be sure to subscribe for more wonderful videos.